YouTube, what's crackin'? It's your boy Bryce with 510 Visualz, and we back, baby, cooking up that sauce. Today I'm gonna show you my workflow to go from this to this using one of my new favorite plugins, DEHANCER. Okay, let's get things set up. I'm using Capture One, but the process should be the same or very close to Lightroom, Photoshop. I'm not really sure about Affinity. I haven't used it. I've got my raw file right here from my Sony a7 IV from a shoot that I did with my friend Anna Maria. There's a video coming soon for that session, so stay tuned. First off, let's select the raw, right click it, go to edit with, and then select DEHANCER. The settings for creating a TIFF file will open. This is required for the program to work correctly. It doesn't process raw files. You can copy my settings here, or you can refer to the documentation for the best settings to use. Now, the DEHANCER plugin is going to open in a new window, and here's where we get busy. First thing I do here is use the preset panel on the left to select the film grade LUT to get the overall look that I'm going for. For this shot, I'm going to use the Agfa Color 100 preset. Meow. We sauced up already, but let's make a few adjustments. Next, I'm going to head over to the right panel where all the manual controls are. Now, for me and my process, I want to use Capture One as much as possible for regular things like exposure and white balance. So unless the LUT makes my shot hella dark or hella bright, I won't typically mess with anything until I get back into Capture One. The sections that I've been using lately are film grain, halation, and bloom. In this case, for this session, I'm only going to adjust the bloom, and I'm actually going to turn off the halation in this preset. I like what it's done with the film grain already, so I won't mess with that. The halation is a cool effect, it's just not for this type of shot. It's really cool for like neon signs or lights that give off that glowy feel, if you kind of get what I'm saying there. Alright, let's make some adjustments to the bloom. The bloom is going to give me that same effect as having a mist filter on my lens. It's going to over diffuse the highlights and give me some of that slight flaring. Really give it that dreamy vintage look. Okay, usually if this shot had more heavy highlights, I would turn on the mask mode so you can see what highlights you're actually affecting. It may be a little hard for you to see, but there's some red spots showing up as I adjust the highlights on the source limiter slides. I'm going to push them until I get the areas that I want. After that, I'm going to push the details all the way up. I really don't know what this does, so I'm just going to slam it to the right. And I'm going to skip over diffusion because it's already looking nice and soft. The next slider is where you're going to see some big changes. I'm going to move the amplify slider all the way up. I'm doing this because I know that the impact slider at the bottom is going to act like an opacity slider, and I can tone it down from there. Before you click OK and send that image back to Capture One, Photoshop, Lightroom, whatever you're using, you're going to want to save your preset. Right now, this is the only way I found to batch edit, so if you need to apply this look to a gallery of images, saving a custom preset is your best bet. To save your settings, go over to the preset panel, hit the plus sign and create a new preset. Once you have that, hit the up arrow icon, export preset, name it for your current session, and save it somewhere where you can get to it fast. Now, it might be that I have a trial version and my presets just don't save because of that, so you might not have to do that last part. You might just have to be able to just create the custom preset and you'll be good. Okay, let's get back to Capture One with our new adjustments from DEHANCER. Alright, back in Capture One. Next, I'm going to finish off the image by making some exposure changes. And meow. We went from straight out of camera to that saucy film-inspired glowy vibe. Yeah! DEHANCER is available for Photoshop, Lightroom, Capture One, and Affinity Photo, all the major players in the game. They also have a mobile app for iOS for all your photo and video editing needs on the go.